It's almost Christmas. We're 5 days away, and this is Gufu, and I am going to show you today how to make one of our favorite traditions for Christmas time, and actually for any holiday. And it starts with a bread. It starts with making dough, and I am living proof that anybody can do it. Okay, if I can, you can. So you need 5 ingredients here. You're going to need 2 cups of warm water, and I don't even measure the temperature. All I do is put my knuckle in here and it's lukewarm. You do not want to get this too hot. If you have the water too hot, you're going to kill the yeast off. Okay, so that's the first thing you need. You need yeast, 1 packet of yeast. You need salt. You're going to need a teaspoon of this salt. You're going to need a tablespoon of sugar. And let's just do it real quick. This is how easy it is. So again, any idiot like myself can do it. It's called idiot bread, and you can use this recipe. This is really neat. You can actually use this recipe for making pizza, for making dinner rolls. It's multi-purpose. So here's what you do. Just pour this into your lukewarm water. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put in a tablespoon of sugar. Throw that in. And a teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of salt. And again, what we're making here, these sweet rolls, it's a sweet roll that we made in Liberia. We had a chef that made this for us, and that's where I learned how to do this. And I can tell you right now that Christmas Day or Easter or whatever holiday that you get together, if you get this out before your meal, be prepared for this to be gone before you start eating. Okay, so well, as you can see what I'm doing right now, I'm just mixing in the yeast and getting the salt and sugar all mixed in. It's good to go. I have already taken the time out to measure 4 cups of flour. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the 4 cups of flour in here, and we're going to mix it in. All right, and we're going to cut to the next scene in a little bit to show you what it looks like after I've mixed it in, okay? So what I've done so far is I've just moved in those 4 cups of flour, and you can see it's pasty right now. One thing when you're making bread or dough, you're going to have to use a lot of flour, so you want a reserve flour base, and you're going to keep doing this. If you look here, you're going to see that the goal is to get it so it doesn't stick to the sides. And a good dough is, when you're done here, for you guys who've never done this, I want you to understand how easy this is. Or you ladies who have never done this. This is all it is. People are afraid of making bread or making dough, and it really isn't hard at all, especially with this idiot bread recipe. So here's what we're doing. You can see it's coming together right now. It does take a little bit of elbow grease to do this. And I'm almost to the point where I'm going to pull it out and get it on the counter here, and we'll knead it for you. So if you just bear with me a little bit more, this process that I'm doing right now will probably take you, I'm going to guess, probably about 10 minutes to get it to the point where it's manageable with your hand. And I think we're here already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I use whatever I got nearby me. I'm going to take the dough off here. As you see, just take it off your spoon. Okay. Make sure your counter is clean before you start. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flour your counter. You know, I worked for Winchell's Donuts at one point. And so that's where I learned how to do this stuff, besides watching our cook in Africa, my mom, make bread. So now what you're going to do is you're going to make it manageable. And you're going to probably, I can tell right now we're going to need more, but this is it. This is how easy making bread is. Notice that I'm pulling it in. It's a little bit wet, so I'm putting more on the heel here, and I'm kneading it. It's going to be nice and smooth when we're done, which we're almost there right now. This is probably the part that makes most people, I would say, apprehensive about making anything with bread because of the dough. And I wanted for all of you today to see how easy this is. I've had some requests from family members that they want to know how to do this. And this is the simplicity. We're just about done here. Look at this. Look at this nice dough. Look how nice that is, okay? So now what we do is we spray this pan, and we're going to spray it and put it in, and we're done. And I don't have my spray here, so that's it for now. We're going to let it rise then for about 20 to 30 minutes. All right, so what we've done so far is we made this recipe of dough. And look at this beautiful dough here. About 30 minutes ago, we did what we did, and we put it on the stove where it was a little bit warm. You want to have it where it's just a little bit warm. It doesn't need to be hot. And look at how much it's raised up. I always put saran wrap over it. That helps the process, so that it keeps the heat in and helps it raise. I've got a cutting board out here. Just make it easier for us. You don't have to do that. You could use the counter. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle some flour on here so that we keep it from sticking. And I also put some oil on there. And you want to look at this here, how beautiful this is. This is a beautiful dough. So we're going to dump it out. All right. It didn't stick because we sprayed the edges all around with cooking spray. Okay, so now we're going to knead it one more time. Just knead it, take the edges, go like this, go like this, go like this. I know I'm talking fast. I want you to know that, seriously, I do a lot of different things. Cooking is one of my hobbies every now and then when I have time, and I just love to do it. And like I said, I love to eat. And I know food makes people happy, so that's why I love to do it. But that's what the dough looks like. It's beautiful. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna get a sharp knife. We're gonna cut pieces. And what we're gonna do now, I prepared the cinnamon sugar. The cinnamon sugar is right here. The process goes like this, and this is how simple it is. We're gonna end up making a huge sweet roll on this pan, okay? It's beautiful. When we're done, it's gonna fill this pan up. So the first step is this. We just cut it. All right, my hand was a little bit damp. Go like this, okay? Make a little snake, and you wanna do all different sizes so that now we're gonna put the butter. This is butter, just pure butter. If you wanna make a more healthy dessert or pastry here, you could use coconut oil. I've done that before. I've used whole wheat bread. Normally I'd have a fork here, but I'm just showing you what we're gonna do, and we're gonna show you the finished product in a minute. So we take this, it's dipped in the cinnamon sugar. Now come on over here and look at this. All you're gonna do is you're gonna make a circle. Look at that. That's it. Now what we're gonna do is come over here. We're gonna cut another one, okay? And we're gonna do this again. And I just wanna show you a few what we do, and we're gonna go to the end of where we ended up over there. This one's a little bit fatter, it doesn't matter. This is a project, everybody, that if you get the family involved, it goes fast and it's fun, okay? So what we're gonna do is throw some, I suggest you have a spoon in here, okay, or a fork, because your hands are gonna get all sugary. But then what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift it up. You're gonna go to the end over here where I ended up and go around. And the next time you're gonna start here and keep going until you fill this entire thing up. The next thing you're gonna see on this video is this whole thing filled up before we put it in the oven. All right, so this is what it looks like, everybody, before we put it in the oven. Okay, what we did was we took little pieces of that dough, we put it in the butter, we rolled it, and we soaked it in here in the sugar, the cinnamon sugar, and we just did those circles until this is what it looks like. Now what I do, this is gonna go in the oven for 30 minutes and at 350 degrees. I keep an eye on it. If it goes a little bit more, this oven here just doesn't do a very good job of baking. Every oven's a little different, so you might go a little less, a little more. Just make sure you don't overdo it. These are best when they're really soft. And then what I do with this butter that we have left over, now this was 1 stick of butter, and it was 1.5 cups of sugar and 2 tablespoons of the cinnamon. And what you're gonna do, just put this in here, what's left over, and you're gonna make a butter that's gonna solidify, and you can actually use this. Oh my goodness, like you need any more goodness on this, right? This will solidify, and you're gonna have a butter that you can now use when you're eating those sweet rolls. Honestly, you're not gonna need it, but some people want a little bit extra goodness. So that's it. Now we're going in the oven at 350 in the middle rack. And I can't wait. All right, it's been about 30 minutes. This is GooFu, and we're about ready. I'm telling you, if you could smell the smell in this room right now. I heard something recently, and it was about the holidays and inviting people over. And the number one thing that people are looking for when they walk into a house is smell. So that's something that was news to me. I mean, it makes sense, but I'm telling you, it smells good in here. Oh man. Oh man. That's what they look like, everybody. This is what we crave at the holiday time, at Christmas time, and we're 5 days away from Christmas. I can't think of a better thing to make for your holiday gathering, and I have a feeling that this is going to be a major hit with your family as it is with ours and our extended family. Until the next video, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and GooFu signing out for now. Enjoy.